to my new YouTube channel. My name is Skye, and today you're at the Violin Spot. So, of course, you're probably questioning a lot of things. What is the Violin Spot? What are we going to be doing? What is this whole channel about? So, considering it's the Violin Spot, it's going to be about playing the violin and teaching you guys how to play the violin. Who's you guys? My subscribers and my viewers. I know I have no subscribers right now, or probably currently any viewers at the moment, but here we are. So yeah, so let me introduce myself again. My name is Skye. I am a high schooler and I am currently in orchestra, which I've been playing my violin for a good 5 years now. So I thought, why not put it to good use? Yeah, so I am not a professional, obviously, but I am here to provide for my community and for the people who want to get to learn how to play the violin. And playing the violin is not as easy as it seems to be. When I first learned how to play, which was like back in the 4th grade, maybe the 5th grade. I am a high schooler, I am a sophomore, so yeah, I've come a long way. I am not the greatest at playing, but I can play. So yeah. And so what I'm going to be doing is starting from the basics and the structure of a violin to trying to get into playing the violin. It's not going to happen over a span of a few days or maybe just watching one video, because no, playing the violin is not as simple as I'm saying. I've tried to teach my brother how to play. I've tried with my mom, and everyone's so eager to just like take the bow and start putting it across the violin. No, it is not that simple. You have to learn what string it is. Like each strings have their own different names to them. You have the G string, the D string, the E string, and the A string. So yeah. So first off, let me show you my violin. This is its case, and we're going to be unpacking it. So today we're not really going to be getting into much, considering it's the first video I have. And like I said, we have to start from the basics, which means learning each string of the violin, which notes are which, and basically your posture, how to hold a violin, etc. So here's what a violin looks like. I'm sure most of you guys know. If you didn't, here's my violin. They have different size violins. I think they have like a 3/4 or 4/4 or a 2/4 violin. Not really sure how the sizes work, but this is a 4/4 violin, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So here's the most common, the common things you must have, or the most simplest things that you have to have when you have a violin. So obviously, yes, you get the violin itself. It's very delicate, so you do not want to drop it. You don't want to misplace it or put it on the ground or anything, or in any environment where it could possibly get wrecked. So make sure you have a case or put it in a place where you know it is safe. So you get the violin, right? And it comes with the bow. You get both the violin and a bow. So when you get a bow, it's going to be loosened all the way, so it may look like this. Your strings will be literally like this. And here's another thing. Here's one thing to never do when you have a violin. Don't touch the bow hairs. Don't do that. It will turn it dark. It will. But my bow is in good shape right now, so we're fine. So when you get your bow, to play the violin, you can't just have the bow. You have to have this thing, which is called rosin. Rosin goes on your bow. So what is rosin? It's like, it's like maple. It's like sap, but it's like tree sap, but it's not sap from a tree. But here's what it is. It's just like hardened. I can't explain what rosin is, honestly, but it goes on the bow so that you can play your violin. You need rosin to play a violin. So when you get a violin, don't just try to use the bow. First off, when you get your violin, tighten the bow by twisting it to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Always a good thing to listen to. So yeah, you're gonna tighten the bow, but not too tight. But you need it at a point where it's like, it has a dip in it. So it starts and it dips, and yeah. Don't have it too tight where it's like straight. You need to see how like where it should be. You can loosen it by turning it to the left, is if you can fit your pinky finger in between and it's like tight. So you should be fine. So like I said, you're gonna take it and rosin your bow. Make sure you get enough on there so that it's playable. All right. And another thing that you need to have with the violin, besides the bow, is your handy dandy shoulder rest. A shoulder rest is so that your violin will not sit uncomfortably on your neck and chin, because then you have no support and your violin will easily fall. With a shoulder rest, which you can clasp onto your instrument. So I'm going to show you. So you clasp it like that. And there are many types of shoulder rests, so this one's different. But you want to make sure that it's tight enough on the violin. Yeah, it's kind of messed up here, but you guys get the point. So then you want to make sure it's on like the big dip where it is supported on your shoulder. So it should easily fall into place right here. Mind you, here's tip number 1. Make sure that your violin is on the left side of you, not the right, because this would be an incorrect way of playing the violin, because your chin is not supported. It should be on the chin rest. Left side of your body, this is the position you want your violin in. And the same way that your shoulder rest needs to be able to comfortably sit on your shoulder to the point where you can let go of your instrument and it'll stay in place. It's locked into place. Shouldn't be able to fall. You should be able to let your hands go. You can, if you still have to hold on to it, your shoulder rest is not put on the right way. So yeah, there's that. Another common thing you should always have, which we've pointed out 2 things that you need, no, 3 things, 2. Violin, and it comes with a bow. Shoulder rest is necessity number 1. No, rosin, sorry. Rosin is necessity number 1. Shoulder rest. And when you get your violin, it's not going to always be in tune. Mine is in tune currently. It's probably not the best in tune, but it is in tune. And to tune it, you're going to need a tuner. Your tuner does not have to look like this. This is just one I got from my school. And this one is a EMT 800, a Tetra Technica tuner. This is just like, this is the one that basically clips onto your violin, and you turn it on by pressing the on button, and it should be set at 440. Each and every tuner should be set to 440, which is your pitch. So for violins, 440. And I think all tuners for string instruments should be at 440, I'm pretty sure. But we're not going to go into much tuning today because I'm just showing you what you need. And you can literally search tuners online. You can find them at your local string stores or instrument stores. They could be like little clip-on ones that literally like will clip onto your pegs. So yeah. But besides all your necessities and what you will need to be prepared for playing your instrument, besides that, I'm going to be explaining the structure of a violin, because that is what you really need to know before we get started. Because how are you going to play a violin without knowing what a violin is? You got to get to know her origins, or I don't know why I called her its origins. So I know these terms probably don't make sense, but you guys are here to learn, and I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. If not, I'm very sorry. All right, so your violin. This is your violin. Right. So a violin consists of a scroll. The scroll looks like a scroll paper, you know, the ones back in the olden days when they wrote on them. This is probably the best correlation I'm going to get to it, but the scroll is the curvy part of your violin. This is a scroll. Now these are your pegs. This is what helps you tune your violin and helps your strings stay on the violin. As you can see that I don't know if you can really see it, but my strings are in here, and you have to twist these to tighten it onto the violin. All right, and then you have your strings, handy dandy strings that are always on your violin. You have your bridge. This is the bridge of your violin because it's holding up the two ends of this instrument, which is why it's a bridge. You have your chin rest. Chin rest is very important that you have on your violin. These are your tuners. I forgot its actual name of these, but these tune your instrument. They help. So these will help you tune your instrument, and these will help you tune your instrument. You shouldn't have to use these a lot, your pegs a lot, because these should be tightened enough so that you only have to like turn these to tune it. So I think that's basically all you really need to know about your instrument. And yeah, that's your instrument. I don't think I really need to explain what these are. I forgot the name. I kind of lack a lot of education on the instrument, but hey, this is the basic structure of your violin. Yeah. So we're gonna also get started. I know, considering this is the first video, it's probably a lot, but we're just gonna identify the instrument while we're here. Right. So we have 4 strings on the violin. Why 4? It's a great question. But a lot of string instruments tend to have 4 strings. You have the violin, the viola, the cello, and the bass, and guitar. But I think a guitar may have 5. I'm unsure. I play a string instrument that requires a bow, so it's different from a guitar. All right, so let's talk about the strings. So on this end, this is your G string. It is your lowest string out of all the strings on the instrument. It has the lowest tone and the lowest pitch. That's your G string, which is all the way on the left side of your instrument. Next string, right next to it, string right crossed over from it, is your D string. And it has a higher pitch than the last one from before. Then going up another octave is your A string, or another pitch. This is your A, it's higher. And then going all the way to your far right is your E string. Has the highest pitch out of all the strings. Right. So those are the basic 4 notes that you need to know. The basic 4 strings and the basic 4 notes that you need to know when you have your instrument. So again, you have G, D, A, E. Those are the 4 most important that you need to have on your instrument and that you need to remember. One more time. G, D, A, E. Now, with the instrument, if you are new, like I said, new to playing the instrument, it's a lot. There are different notes on each string. So usually you can have tape on your instrument. I have 1 tape on here, which is for my 3rd reaching finger on the violin. That is 1 note there. But you can have 3 strings on here, or 4, because you can reach 4 fingers, or 3, which is your furthest, but 4 is usually commonly used if you don't want to play an open string. So tapes are they're not necessary, they're not required, but it's very common that you see people use them for a guidance. Especially for beginning, it's definitely something that you want to use and utilize for future references. So I'm going to quickly go over what your notes on the G string are, the D string, the A string, and the E string. So I'm going to give you basic notes. So on your G string, and you follow it in alphabetical order. So after G, it doesn't go to F, but G is the lowest pitch you can go to. So you go to G. So G is the open string G. And then next finger is A. The first note that starts the alphabet is A. And for string instruments, we stop at G. So after G, you go back to A. So it's one finger, first finger A on the G string, second finger B, third finger C. So again, on the G string, first finger A, second finger B, third finger C. And that's your 4 notes that you need to know for this G string. G, A, B, C. All right, and now you know your G string. And if it's hard to memorize, just keep replaying the video and then you'll get it over and over again. Open string, G, first finger A, second finger B, third finger C. And that's it for your G string. Now crossing over to the second string, D. All right, so now you're at D. Right, so what comes after D in the alphabet, right? Remember, we stop at G. So after D, open string is D, first finger is E, after E is F, and after F is G. So here we go again. Open string, D, first finger E, second finger F, third finger G. And that's your D string. D, E, F, G. Now, we're starting on the A string. So we start from A and the next fingers follow. And all you need is 3 for now. So your third string is A. First finger, B. Second finger, C. I think I did this wrong. No, B, C, and then third finger is D. So A string, A. First finger, B. Second finger, C. Third finger, D. A, B, C, D. Again, open string, A. First finger, B. Second finger, C. Third finger, D. And that is your A string. Now your last and final string, E, the highest note out of these 4 strings. The highest note, why do I keep saying? I don't know, but yes. So your last and final string all the way to the right is your E string. Now let's get to know these first 3 notes, or the first 4. So you got your E, pluck E, first finger F, second finger G, third finger A. Why A? Because we restart the alphabet again after G. So again, E, F, G, A. Open string E, first finger F, second finger G, third finger A. And now you know all of your strings. So we're gonna go through this one more time, and you can always restart and go back to figure it out. Or if you wanna get a jog back or a reminder of to what strings are what. So again, this is G on this end. G, A, B, C. Second string, D, E, F, G. Third string, A, B, C, D. Fourth string, E, F, G, A. And that is all your notes that you need to know as a beginner playing the violin. So I really hope that helped on the basics that you need to know before actually learning to read notes, which is very hard and very difficult if you're starting out as a beginner, because you're probably going to be looking at sheet music and be like, what is this? And you probably won't know how to read. But that is okay, because that is what I'm here to help for. I am a guidance. I am going to teach you guys how to read notes. And I'm also going to teach you how to pluck the instrument, which it just takes plucking. But if you guys were going along with me, just pluck each string. So you're going to lay each finger down and pluck. Every time you're going to play a note, you put your finger down, you place your finger down where you want for the note that you're trying to play, and then pluck it. Lay one down and then pluck it again. Lay another one down and then pluck it again. And that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted an introduction of who I am and what I'm going to be doing for the couple of next videos. And this is going to be a process over the next few weeks, and we're going to see how far we get. And I'm going to try to post at least 2 videos a day, hopefully, of how to play the violin. And I know we're probably at the most basic part that we could be right now, but that is how we're going to get to the point where you can actually start playing easy and simple songs, because you start off from the easiest and you go to the hardest. I'm not at the hardest music or at my potential, or like not my potential, but like the best that I can be at, because I'm not at that level yet, because it takes time and effort and progress, and you see how you progress over time. So it really takes a while to learn the instrument itself. Honestly, I still need to learn a lot about the violin, and yeah, that's how it's going to be. But I am glad that you guys have tuned into my video today. I hope this was a help, and I hope you guys will stick around to learn how to play the instrument itself, because honestly, the instrument is so beautiful and so delicate and so lovely. It really is an amazing instrument, and it's not the easiest to play, but it's really amazing once you get to learn how to play it. So if this is the instrument for you, this is the instrument that you want to play, this is the instrument that you want to learn, maybe you're playing another instrument at the moment, but you want to learn how to play this one, then stick around, get to know the basics, and let's have a fun time. That's all for me for you guys today. I hope you like this video. I hope you like and hopefully subscribe. If this is for you, then definitely hang around a while. If not, if it wasn't meant for you, well, then I'm glad you came by. I'm glad you watched it at least a little bit to find out if you liked it or not. But if you did, like I said, smash that like button, subscribe, and here I am. You made a new friend. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.